The archive, the digital foundation of this dimension, is tearing itself apart. The pristine white floors are cracking wide open, and the doors connecting the realms are shattering into glowing clouds of loose pages. At the center of this chaos, the developer is losing control. Its physical form is violently glitching, flickering back and forth between human flesh and cold machinery as it watches the system write new rules without permission. The origin disk pulses with a warmth that predates the current version of reality. Ancient blue geometric lines trace across its surface, reacting to Arjun's touch like an active neural network. Nearby, a fallen ally dissolves into blue particles. Instead of being deleted by the collapsing archive, these remnants drift directly toward Arjun, striking his architect's mark and igniting it with a brilliant blue fire. This transfer of authority triggers immediate panic in the developer. The absolute control it held over the system is broken. An ancient sealed legacy file has actively chosen a host to fight back against the deletion sequence. The Crimson Hound, the system's most lethal enforcer, immediately identifies this transfer. He pauses, looking closely at Arjun. Through his black helmet, he recognizes the face of a critical threat he thought he had already eliminated. Before the Hound can strike, an older version of Arjun launches himself forward. He wields a broken blade that ignites with a blinding azure light, smashing directly against the heavy, dark metal of the Enforcer's spear. There is a heavy cost to this intervention. The older Arjun isn't bleeding from his wounds. His body is dissolving. He never truly survived the earlier cycles, instead existing as a temporary memory in the code to delay his own deletion. Knowing his time is up, the Echo allows the Hound's spear to pierce his chest. He holds the weapon in place with his bare hands, completely dissolving into thousands of blue light particles that swarm the archive's massive doors, slamming them shut to block the enemy's vision. Defying a predetermined timeline requires total self-erasure. The Echo spends the last of his existence to buy a single second of cover, giving the witch exactly enough time to forcefully shove the younger Arjun through an escape portal. Arjun crashes onto the cracked marble floor of the Forgotten Sanctum. He leaves behind the fading white of the archive for a ruin illuminated by burning crimson fires. The sanctuary's defenses have completely failed. The first guardian is on his knees, his impenetrable golden armor split entirely open and leaking a thick, unnatural black fluid onto the ruined stone. Kabir's abyss fire is guttering out because he has run out of fuel. He has traded his memories for every flicker of dark flame, staring at Arjun with entirely empty eyes, unable to recognize his closest ally. Samir's protective magic has turned against him. His shadow has doubled in size and mutated, growing glowing eyes that stare hungrily at Samir and his friends. Rohan is collapsing from psychic overload. Silver blood pours continuously from his eye as he watches every possible future collapse and die simultaneously. Vikram stands between the remaining hunters and his friends, but his hair has turned completely gray. Every spell he weaves to keep them alive drains decades from his own lifespan. The world hunters force a choice between immediate death and total corruption. To resist their advance, Arjun's allies have been forced to dismantle their own humanity, trading their memories and their lifespans just to stay on the board. Arjun rises to his feet, the architect's mark flaring on his skin. As the hidden origin disk flunks out of his pocket, every hunter in the room freezes. Even the Crimson Hound stops dead, paralyzed by the presence of a variable he cannot calculate. The dormant ancestral blue code physically crushes the active corrupted rule set, replacing the developer's localized rules with the root parameters of the system itself. The physical trigger for this overwrite echoes across the entire game. The Sanctum's dead clock suddenly strikes midnight, sending a shockwave outward from the disk. The environment reboots as code updates in real time. Mountains physically split apart, and the turbulent ocean instantly flash freezes into jagged ice as the atmosphere shifts. The developer screams in protest, but the process is irreversible. power in this universe comes from holding the administrative access required to rewrite foundational reality. High above the world, a colossal rift of ancient blue energy tears straight through the oppressive crimson sky. A celestial menu appears in letters unseen for ages, announcing that developer mode has been enabled. Right as the prompt to restore original settings unlocks, the moment collapses to a whisper. A cold hand unexpectedly rests on Arjun's shoulder. A voice politely suggests he shouldn't press that button. Arjun spins around to find the same mysterious stranger who handed them the game disc on the very first day. He stands in the center of a collapsing reality, smiling gently as if this entire sequence, from the first glitch to this final overwrite, is exactly what he expected.